Hey everyone, VYAU, CritRate here, playing The Last of Us multiplayer, supply raid on high school, and today's episode, or guide, is going to be about melee and brawling spec. And the reason behind this is some people have mentioned how the machete or melee is, not strong enough in this game, so, I set out to disprove that. And here's an example of a previous match I did, where, I just end up winning it just with the melee alone. And first of all, with this spec, and I'll show you this spec here in a second, there's no main or large firearm. This is, you sacrifice your large firearm so that you can have the 4 loadout points it takes to get machete. But before you can buy a machete, of course you have to earn a machete, so you better be handy with a steel if you know what I mean, earn your keep. Regulators probably before your time also. Anyway, first of all, melee weapons, like for example this 2x4 that I just picked up in the supply cache, it wasn't upgraded, so it'll take more than one swing to kill someone, but as you may notice in the bottom right, as you're swinging it, the melee weapons will degrade. So for example, I've swung this 2x4 like at least 3 times. And also this is I think I'm out of bullets here. Yeah, good example of why you shouldn't be running off into the enemy spawn by yourself, especially if you're melee spec. But good news is that now I have enough for a machete. So let's first things first. As I showed you with the 2x4, if you die without upgrading it, it'll disappear. The other thing is that also your machete, before you use your machete, you want to have the parts it takes to upgrade the machete also. Now, the machete won't disappear on death if you buy one, but it won't last more than a couple swings without being upgraded. So I would strongly recommend waiting until you have collected the necessary parts. Or if you are just beasting so hard to the point where it doesn't matter, you're just going to spend it. Because if you think about it, the only thing you really need to buy with this melee spec, with this brawler spec, is the armor. You just need armor. I mean, I guess you could upgrade your small firearm also if you plan on going that, but if you're brawler, you want to take full advantage of the close quarters combat and swing whenever possible. For example, right here, check this out, right? If you're holding machete, it'll dash forward a little bit to engage who you're after. Much like the Halo 2 sword. I don't know if it's, I guess, proper for me to mention Halo 2 while talking about a Sony/Naughty Dog game, but back when I used to play Halo, or Halo 2, they had a power sword that would charge the opponent whenever you used it. Pretty much the same thing here, except to a lesser degree. The melee weapon will carry you forward, and as you notice now, we're finally even with machete. So nothing has happened to it. No damage has been done. I just need to upgrade it again if I want to continue using it without having to buy it again. So, your 2 options are either use up the durability on the machete or maintain it by upgrading it. Because again, there's no armor, there's no ammo. Some people have compared some people have complained that the machete doesn't last long enough. Well, I mean, compared to that of a purchased weapon, like for example the sniper rifle or the shotgun. And to that I say, look, the ammo for those weapons are really expensive also. You still have to maintain those weapons. The sniper rifle, military sniper rifle, has 4 shots in it. Also, you may notice that even in execution, you'll still get healed. If you have this brawler spec that I'm using, Brawler level 2, you'll heal as you're punching the other person, and in Brawler level 2 also gives you an extra hit on your machete when you upgrade it. So, also the other thing is, normally I have first aider in this spec. It's just if I'm collecting parts for playing the mini game, or if you just want to get your stuff faster, then you'll use collector, which I'm doing here, because when you're brawling, it's pretty much do or die. I mean, you won't. What I'm trying to say is that by swinging, you want to heal yourself, then get in a fight. You know, your fists will heal you. No, after a fight, then yeah, you can fill up whatever damage you need with first aid. But to me, I'm just thinking that you know, it's not that big of a deal. If you're running in, you're probably either gonna die anyway before you have a chance to heal because your fists are your weapon. So if you don't survive the fight, then the first aider does no good to you at all. Or you could run and still fight. So I do have Marathon Runner in this spec. But again, like I said, the benefit of having Brawler is that you get healed when you fight. But also the other added benefit is, I wish I mentioned this when I was doing the special executions, is that you are closer to the enemy to where you can get the special execution or execute the person faster than if not. So for example, say I was using a hunting rifle and I'm far away from my opponent. Well, by the time I get close enough to do the special execution, either my teammate has shot it, or the person has died, or his teammates have come and they've run to the scene to either try to revive the person but got there too late. Regardless, you'll be more of a target. But if you're doing melee, then you're already there. You just push, you know, triangle and hope that you know, you pull it off in time, and you'll get more parts through special executions. Now here's me upgrading the machete again, so I have more durability on it. As long as you upgrade this thing, you're good to go. If you don't, the thing, like I said before, won't last more than a few slashes. Also, you may notice that okay, so here the durability on the machete is now down to 1. If I upgrade it again, or if I have the parts to upgrade it again, then I can continue using it. Of course, right now I don't, but and seeing that smoke grenade also reminds me that you know, that's an important thing to have as well, is a smoke grenade, because it'll help you run past all the fire, come through it. It'll also choke out opponents if you throw the smoke grenade on them. So I'll try to show you that a little later on in this match. Also, another key component to this spec is to keep your armor up. I can't stress that enough. You know, this spec relies on you getting to your opponent before they have time to kill you. And after you're within range, unless they have, say, an upgraded 2x4 that'll kill you in one hit, you'll usually win any fight they have, regardless if they're shooting pistols at you or swinging at you with fists. You know, you'll win the fight because you're healing each time you land a hit. And the other thing is, you may notice, if you watched my previous The Last of Us video, I'm always running, always sprinting. Although here, I'm a little more reserved with my sprinting, because I want to save it for if I have to rush someone. I need to get to them, and if I've burned my meter ahead of time, then I can't really do that. Although I do have Marathon Runner, so it will charge faster. But again, I'm not worried about people knowing where I am. In fact, I want them to know where I am, so they'll come in closer, and that's when I take them out with the punching. Alright, so again, if they're too far like that, then you know, you've got to use your small arm. And smoke grenade. Alright, so I'm covering the distance to them. And then here's Brawler to heal myself up. And jeez, so that brawling triggered the bomb they had set there, and then finished off by the Molotov cocktail. But anyway, you know, 4,655 parts, 13 downs, 10 executions, and 2 deaths. The stupid one at the start where I wandered into the spawn, and the other one right there at the end. So anyway, I hope you had fun watching this Vincent VYAU. If you want to see more of the Last of Us videos and guides, more to come, check out my channel at youtube.com/CritRate for more. So thanks for watching, and as always, have fun. Peace.